position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Gators will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So Clemson's offense will go to work for the first time today. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. The play fake, extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Got his man.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Caught near the sticks. It's Davidson. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. A little screen to the running back. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. Lopez to pass. He'll take a shot. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
Well, the offense trying to take a shot and get aggressive downfield, that's when the defense just has to come up with an opportunity to make the interception in the end zone. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that.
Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Freeman. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap, it's Pringle. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. It's caught. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Lopez wants to fire. Looking to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. Oh, he got loose. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Clemson. They put the 1st points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. USF put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Bulls had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Bowl.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Back to pass, it's Freeman. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, he gets the 1st down, and I tell you what, these are the guys you like to go to. Throw those big body tight ends with the sure mitts over the middle of the field where you know you can get a high percentage throw. Nice catch, nice 1st down.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Darisaw. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
A lot of times the QB is going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a 1st down for you.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
It's caught. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Handoff to the lone back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. The give to the tailback. Jukes his way for more.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
To throw, it's Denson. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 78 yards down the field. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Freeman. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Now the lead is down to 11.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Right on the money. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Denson. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Now, that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now, their offense has got to put some points on the board.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got the back in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little. Soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra...